This week's episode you are going to see inside a 986 automatic gearbox that we stripped down. You're going to see, following on from last week, the McCann air suspension fault that was leaking, so we're going to replace the strut. You're going to see the new unit and the updates on that, and then I send Henry and James, good friends of mine, off to buy a Boxster. So let's see what they come back with. Today we have two 987 Gen 2s, Boxster, Cayenne S. They're both in for pretty much identical work, major services, brake fluid and a health check. Both these customers we've looked after for about 3 to 4 years. So they're due, I think this one's due an MOT, that one's already had an MOT about 6 months ago, slightly out of schedule to the servicing. But yeah, these are the two cars we need to get done today. We've also had a Cayenne GTS, which will flip round the camera. Cayenne GTS, which on that ramp, that arrived late Friday from the AA as it got relayed and dropped off, and it actually arrived at 6 o'clock. So we did stay open a little bit longer to accept the car. It was a car we sold a few months back, and unfortunately the new owners broke down in London. They said there's a load of flashing lights on the dash and gearbox malfunction and etc, etc. I gave the customer a bit of peace of mind. I said, look, just get us the car. I'm 99% sure I know what the issue is already. We keep the parts in stock. So Monday morning it'll be the first car on the ramp. We'll get it fixed, we'll get it back to you in the afternoon, and it's turned up, and lo and behold, it's exactly what I thought it was. So I've already spoken to the customer, said, your car's all repaired. Just that peace of mind of, we're a Porsche specialist, that's why he brought the car from us, and we've got it repaired within 2 hours, 3 hours of being dropped off, and in the workshop. So that's a good result. What happened over the weekend is we sold the 981 to a couple from Cornwall. They traded in a red GLA, so we'll get that down to the valeters today, tomorrow. And yeah, that car went off. We also took a deposit on the 987 grey Cayenne S, which was only on sale for a couple of weeks. So yeah, young chaps bought that. That's going to go out in 2 weeks. And that was about it, all what happened around the weekend. Oh, we also have, from last week, car dropped off, which is going to be, I think our next car on the ramp is a 986 Boxster with a gearbox malfunction. It's not the common issue we thought it was going to be, because it came down about 2 weeks ago. Normally it's there's a switch on the gearbox that's faulty, but it's not that. It's an internal fault. So that's going to be our next car on the ramp. We're going to drop the pan off, have a good inspection inside, and see what we find. Gearbox repair we've done on the 986 involved us replacing the gearbox temperature switch, which is attached to this wiring loom, so it's had to have a brand new wiring loom. The faulty part of this loom was this little resistor just here. That's the part that had failed, which involved us removing everything just to access this wiring loom, and that does involve us taking off the valve body. So obviously we've removed the filter, then the valve body, and then that's how we could access the full wiring loom, which has the temperature switch. So we've replaced all that, everything's back together now. We'll put the pan on, new gasket, fresh set of oil, and take it for a test drive, and that should be this repair complete. This morning's roundup consists of this 997 Generation 1 in for an MOT and sort out this washer jet that seems to be always leaking screen wash. So we'll get that sorted. And also, when I was driving the car in from the customer's house, I think there's something up with the rear handbrake, because every rotation of the wheel there's a ticking noise. Check the tyre, there's no stones in it. So we suspect something's come adrift in the handbrake. So we'll strip that down, we'll have a look. I'll walk you through that as I do that. If you saw last week's roundup video of what we had in the workshop, this Macan came in with a leak in front suspension airbag. New unit here. We've got the old unit stripped out. This is the old one. So yeah, it was leaking from the body between the plastic joiner and the body of the shock. Yeah, we have a brand new unit from Porsche, not cheap. This airbag was, I want to say £992 plus VAT, and obviously you do have fitting and stuff on top, so quite an expensive fix. Don't see a lot of these fail, but obviously as the cars are getting older, we're probably going to see more failures. Has done about 68,000 the car, so we'll get this back in the car. We'll get the shock refilled with the P-Wiz, and we'll do an alignment, test drive the car, and get back to the customer. Next job on the ramp is this Panamera 3-litre diesel that seems to have snapped a spring quite badly. Seems like we're suspension issues today on the same corner. So we'll get this up on the ramp and we'll show you what's failed, but yeah, not looking great. We have provisionally already ordered in a set of front springs and a set of dampers, because we suspect with this collapsing, putting all the weight on the damper, it's not done it any benefits. So, the Friday rundown, so it's end of the week here. Luckily we're in the shade because it is absolutely boiling outside. The rundown is this 930 Turbo came in last week. From last week's video you saw it was in for a major service. Customer mentioned to us he wanted a few other jobs doing, like the fan needed tidying up because the paint was peeling off of it. So we've got the fan at the powder coaters. That'll be back with us end of next week. This black Panamera Turbo arrived with us about 4 or 5 weeks ago for a PDK fault. It was at main dealer, and I think they quoted him some astronomical number to basically replace the gearbox, or they wanted to strip it down and they couldn't really give him a repair cost, something along those lines. So he contacted us. I said, look, I'm pretty sure I know what the issue is. Gave him a rough ballpark, worst case, best case scenario, and he got the car down to us. We carried all the work out yesterday, and yeah, it's now it wasn't moving at all yesterday. Done the repair, everything's good after a road test, so that's all done. Been in contact with the customer and said, look, your car's all fine now. There was a couple of other bits we picked up on, like the under tray was missing, which I think was from being taken off with the other garage, and it's got a bit of play in some of the suspension. So we're going to troubleshoot through that and give them a repair cost on that. So yeah, if you ever have a PDK car, whether that's 911, Panamera, Macan, give us a shout if you do get a PDK fault in the gearbox, because we can repair the gearbox rather than replacing the whole power unit, which just saves you a lot of cost. On the back ramp, Adam's been working away on Sam's 991 Gen 2 turbo, twin turbo. This was on a couple of episodes ago. We said it was pouring out smoke out the back. So yeah, it's on the ramp. We are going to take the engine out of this one because he's also got a fuel leak, and the fuel leak is the pipe over the top of the engine. So we're going to drop all that out, check all the fuel system, and replace the pipe that we can see is corroded. Normally you can strip these turbos off and replace them in situ, but with the engine coming out, we're just going to do it all on the stand to just make life a lot easier. So Monday, Tuesday next week, we should have a bit of a montage, time lapse of that being dropped down, and we'll show you around what a 991 engine looks like when it's dropped out. Welcome back everybody to the new unit. Still pretty much waiting on the ramps, but Tuesday, that's in a couple of days time, the floor's going to get dug out, and so the scissor ramp can go in. We're going to get the concrete laid, built up in the middle, and that will be done for the following week, when the ramp guys are going to come in and all the ramps will arrive. So we'll get the scissor in and the 4x4 posters. The biggest delay is going to be the stackers at the minute. They're not going to arrive until the 22nd of June. So when they do arrive, it's probably going to be 3-4 days from the 22nd of June. We'll get them fitted up. So in here, really, not much has changed. We're just waiting on ramps. The one thing that we have got in progress is, come over the back, is to utilise the space. We are going to knock through a garage size door here. So sometime this week I've got a guy coming around to size that up, knock it through and put a garage door in there. Well, like an electric shutter door, similar to the front. So we can utilise the space out the back, because we can get, there's probably about 1,500 square foot out the back. So we get another 5-6 cars out there. And again, whilst we're waiting for the ramps, the stackers and everything, we might as well get the unit to how we want. So when we move in, it's just perfect. We can utilise all the space, and we're not having to do anything in the future. The majority of our week has been spent up here. So we've painted the whole way around there now, so that's all finished. We've collected the 2 office chairs from Bournemouth. The first time didn't go great. My caddy van broke down, so we were stranded until 10 o'clock at night. But whilst I was away, Hannah did go down and get the chairs in a trusty Porsche, which made it back there and back no problems at all. So caddy van, Porsche, pick the reliable one. So yeah, the other one's in the other room, but we've got those 2 now. We've obviously put up the TV, got the sound bar in, brought a Porsche design display cabinet, which I brought off eBay, and I'm just going to say it looked bigger in the pictures than it does here.
Up to all of us.
Yeah, it was, I should have measured it, and never be deceived by pictures, because when it turned up, I just thought, that doesn't look quite like, and everyone I've shown the picture to says the same. They're like, oh yeah, I was expecting, you know, but it's a slightly bit smaller, but still happy with it. But yeah, don't be fooled by the pictures. Built all the kitchen up this weekend, so we're almost ready to install that. We've just got to do a little bit of painting behind there. We took down the data cabinet, because that's where the fridge is going to go. We've marked out through there where the cabinets are going to go, so we can basically just paint that. We can put it all on the wall. So by next week we should have fresh kitchen in there, all the wall cabinets up, and the fridge freezer here with the coffee machine and all the bits on it. We've got the shelving up, which Hannah sourced, and it looks amazing. So yeah, this was a real good buy. Nice to display all our stuff. We finished painting this wall. We got a few little touch-ups to do, but that's 90% complete. Got the whiteboard up, got some office furniture in here. I know, it's like wind noise, we need to fill that hole up. This week the office furniture should be coming again, that got delayed. So that'll be here this week, so that'll complete this room. Oh, if anyone does see a leather Chesterfield, maybe Facebook Marketplace, anywhere like that, let us know, because we had purchased one, but the furniture company have somehow lost our order. So they don't know where the sofa is. Apparently it's been dispatched, but we don't know where it is. They're trying to get it back. But we should have had a sofa by now, which we paid for a couple of weeks back, but who knows where that is. It's probably like my ramp deposit. We don't even know where that is. It's just, at the minute, delays of companies. It just seems like every company is just delayed with everything. But that's pretty much the weekly update for the new unit.
Hey everyone, so, hello YouTube I guess. So I'm Henry, I'm the sort of cameraman editor. I'm here with my mate Tux.
Hi, I'm James.
And well, Martin's on holiday on a stag do, and apparently he's found some car that needs to be gone by the weekend. It's down in Cornwall, it's a little 04 Boxster, and apparently it's a great deal. So he has sent us off into the abyss to go find this car and see what we think. So yeah, he said 4 wheels and not pissing out oil is basically the bar. But yeah,
Well,
like
let's see what you can do.
yeah, I don't know about your car experience, but
Oh, expert, mate. Yeah,
nice.
bought many cars,
So are you going to be the good guy and I'm the bad guy, or
so
are you
we're
going to be?
good cop, bad cop?
Yeah, are you going to be bad cop
yeah.
or I'll be good cop?
Well, I'll be bad cop.
Okay, you be bad cop. All right. So we're going to have Timmy Tough Knuckles over here filming on the Metas, maybe secretly, and we're going to get ourselves a little Boxster on a deal. Yeah. Let's see what happens.
Let's do it.
Hey guys, so sadly James's audio failed on the Metas, so I'll just give you a quick run through. As you can see, we bought the car off a really nice older bloke, selling it for his son. The guy's going into the army, bless him, so yeah, good on him. Had the car for the summer, sort of been servicing it and done some bits to it, but we obviously drove a hard bargain, which I'll go cut back to the video and tell you all about.
Bloody lovely day over the Tamar. Look at that for a view to be driving back on. Bloody lovely. Right, we got a bit of in the old tunnel. Yay! Hey guys, so we're back. Yeah, as you'll have seen from Tux's Meta footage, we bought the beast. Yeah, so it's a small incident, wasn't it? Obviously,
Bit of a highball incident at the start.
yeah. Obviously, we were going in as the low ball kings, and I proceeded to offer him $2,000 more than Martin had agreed with him. So, guess who felt like a right to that?
Yeah. The guys weren't happy.
Yeah, his smile did fade pretty quickly when Martin came back and was like, no, we've agreed 4.5.
6.5, 4.5, pretty quickly.
But
£1,000 are just flying out.
yeah. But yeah, so some work to be done on my part, I think, to negotiate. It's Martin's fault for sending us in. You know, should know better than to send me in. Yeah. Should know better than to send me in negotiating like that. But yeah, got ourselves a nice new little car. We'll run over it and that. We just picked it up once we've had a quick look at it. Yeah, we'll show you guys around.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. So this is our sort of inspection of, yeah, it looks nice and clean, doesn't it, Tux, to be fair?
It really does.
Bit of like delamination on the wheels and the brakes are a bit knackered. But luckily Martin paid a great price, so all good. I didn't actually see there's a little I think he must have mentioned that before, hopefully.
Yeah.
It's tough when it was parked up in that
A
little
little
spot.
detail and that'll come right out.
Yeah, a bit of tea cutting.
And there's a little few little bubbles in the. Well, I
Have you got a little
never here, but
Oh yeah.
you can't complain at all.
No, a couple of little bubbles here and there.
But it's.
But to be fair, the roof goes up and down. It lovely and clean inside.
Yeah.
Aside from your dirty old monster, but yeah, smart little car. Well, hopefully make some good money on it. And
Well, it's incredible value for the price, isn't it?
yeah, well, the guy reckons they're worth, 8-9 grand. So there's no oil leaking out the back. It's got 4 wheels and it's not leaking oil. So we feel like we did pretty well. See, pretty dry under there.
Tidy as well, the whole thing.
Looking clean. Yeah, and a private number plate. 04 Boxster or Box.
True.
So yeah, we've got that as well. But yeah, winner.
Very smart.
Yeah, as I say, the brakes are like, squinging into cotton pads. But other than that, I think she's a nice little car.
Yeah.
So yeah, whereas in terms of YouTube, you guys will now cut to Martin giving his expert opinion on how shit we are at appraising a car. Oh. Right, peace out.